You don't much look like her.
Yeah, I got my looks from my daddy. That's about all I got from him. But based on his research, I managed to cobble this. Consider it a gift in honor of us finally meeting. Meeting. Whoa! Yeah!
I'll take that.
What's going on, everybody? Arcadry here with a late review of Devil May Cry 5. If you're new to the channel, something I like to do is give my experience with the franchise so you, the viewer, know that this isn't my first rodeo with a series. Part of the issue with reviews, in my opinion, from sites like IGN and Game Informer and GameSpot is they commonly have reviewers review games that they don't have experience with. Like, they'll have someone review, a Dragon Age, and they have never played any Dragon Age game before, but yet Inquisition is their first time playing Dragon Age, and that person does a review. To me, the reviewer needs to have experience with the franchise they're reviewing. Otherwise, me as a fan of a franchise, I can't take what you say serious because you don't have experience with that franchise. You don't know what the quirks of that franchise. You don't know what's like intended to be a joke or Easter egg, things like that nature. A lot of reviews will consider something to be a negative. That's not a negative when the developers meant something to be in a game for fanfare. Now, to me, reviews are better when someone with experience is talking about the game. That's the whole gist of this disclaimer. Anyways, getting to the topic of hand, I've been playing Devil May Cry games for a long time. I say I'm a pretty big fan of the franchise. Even watched the anime back in the day. Last Devil May Cry game I played was the DMC reboot. That was very criticized. If you want to know my opinion of that game, I did make a video for it. I'll attach that to the end of this video, so check it out. Leave a like on that as well. Devil May Cry 5 was an attempt to regain Devil May Cry fans after so many were upset with the last game, the DMC reboot. At the same time, Devil May Cry 5 also does enough to try and pull in new gamers to the series with some of the art styles and how it performs. The game kind of takes a page from Final Fantasy 15, where the game starts off with a boss fight that actually takes part later into the game, but serves the purpose of introducing you to all the players involved in the story. Dante, Nero, V, the three main side characters. You have like Trish, Lady, and Nico. So Dante, Nero, and V being the main characters. You have Trish, Lady, Nico as the side characters. He plays Dante, Nero, and V. Who is V? Well, there are some details on him I won't mention because of spoilers, but V is a mysterious character with some badass abilities and one of the most fun characters to play around with in this game. He kind of looks like the lead singer from Sleep on Sirens, but that's more just a joke I throw around. But if you look at those two people side by side, you'll see it. He's not the usual combat you'll see in this series with like Dante or Nero. For the most part, V doesn't really attack enemies himself unless he's doing a finish move, and while they're low on health. His two specters do the heavy lifting, Griffin and Shadow. As I said before, he's awesome. He's super fun to play with. When I was given the option of playing him or Nero, I would always choose V because I have more fun playing with him over Nero. The game's customization is like most Devil May Cry games, so not going to talk about that too much as it's literally the same as DMC and Devil May Cry 4. So if you played those games, then you know how the game is going to look when it comes to customizing your abilities. So what about the visuals? This is a beautiful game. It looks good across the board, be it the character models, the background, the landscape, the details, all the things in between. It looks good. Voice acting is on point as it is as is the voice syncing. There is no flaws in my opinion visually with this game or sound. And again, sound is Devil May Cry game. You know what this game is going to bring to the table when it comes to its soundtrack. It's going to be badass. It's going to be awesome. If you like rock music, it's going to be bumping. The music in this game fits every scenario you are in. When fights start, it gets you feeling the combat. The sound itself from the combat is awesome. You are using the motorcycle weapon as Dante and grinding on the enemies. Man, it's freaking cool. You're using V's abilities and you're doing all these combos. It looks and sounds amazing. Part of gaming is not just the visual, it's the sound. How does it sound when a weapon hits the enemy? How does it sound when combos are clashing? It's important to have a great sound. and this game sounds phenomenal. I mentioned combat. How is it? How's the combat? It's fucking amazing. Sorry for the language, but when it comes to talking about this game's combat, when it comes to talking about this game in general, you have to drop the F-bomb here and there. It's fucking badass. I have so much fun, and I'll be honest, I'm not the best at chaining combos together, but even with me not being great at doing that, I still have so much fun with the combat. And there's so much variety with the combat across all three characters. Dante has a number of different guns to use, including a hat that makes him dance around, a number of different melee weapons to use, including a motorcycle that he uses as freaking a melee sword. Some power whips that cater to select weapons. Nero has multiple mechanical arms to choose between. Monkey Business being my favorite. V has Griffin Shadow and Nightmare. Speaking of Nightmare, Devil Trigger, man, using these alt abilities, Devil Trigger and Nightmare, things like that, is super fun. The game's all about having fun, and it just looks amazing when you start using your ultimate abilities. But it doesn't stop there. Devil May Cry 5 sneaks in a co-op aspect in a way. When you're playing one character, the game loads another player in that plays the other character that you're not playing. So when I was playing Nero, another gamer is playing as V. When I'm playing V, another player is playing as Nero. For the most part, and Dante as well. But for the most part, you just see and hear, each of them from afar. Like you hear the combat in the background. You don't see them themselves, but you just know that they're there because you can hear the combat. But there is a fight in the game where you and the other player are fighting in the same boss room together, and it is so awesome. It has me like craving a full-on Devil May Cry co-op game. So Capcom, if you think of doing a co-op Devil May Cry game, I'm all for it. Like full-on, do it. Like this game made me want that. I didn't know I wanted that until I played this game. And when it's over, you can rate how stylish that character was, how that player was that you played with, and that gives them some bonus orbs after the fact. Lastly, before wrapping up this review and give you my final score and opinion, the story of this game is so good. This story is a story for Devil May Cry fans. The pacing is very good. The cutscenes are phenomenal. There isn't anything I can think of that I don't like about this story. Overall, this is an amazing game. I love this game. It's so badass and fun. That last part that I mentioned is big. Being badass and fun. Fun is important. Fun is why we game, to enjoy ourselves. And there was never a moment in this game where I didn't enjoy myself. Is it perfect? No. The issues I did come across was the platforming. It just seems clunky, but a lot of situations where I felt platforming was meh could have been fixed if this game had an auto mental mechanic, because there was a lot of moments where I tried jumping up something and then Nero would just smack his head on it on the ledge and fall down. Just grab the ledge. This game is so badass. I'm giving it a 9 out of 10. This is definitely in the running for Game of the Year for me at least in my opinion. It's one of the best games to come out this year. It's battling Metro for the top spot right now, but Gears of War 5, Outer Wars, and Borderlands 3 could all challenge both of those games for that title. But with all that said, guys, this is the review. Thank you all for watching. Leave any thoughts you have in the comments below. Follow me on Twitch. My live stream is growing pretty fast. Would love for you guys to check out my live stream. Now, thank you all for watching. Hope you all enjoyed. I've been Texas Archangel, the real _ talent of YouTube. Enjoy your day. Peace out.